Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to helping you say yes to the deck.
Hello!
We have the beautiful Candy from Candy Soul and Soil here with us.
Hello! It's so lovely to be here.
Welcome.
I'm so excited.
Are you going to be extra nice to Candy?
Probably because it'll upset you to home with.
She's mean. She's been nicer to everybody
Why are
else.
you nice to everybody but me? It's like,
yeah, you like being nice to other people.
because it's not my money they're spending.
Exactly.
I said that last time too. I've said that
You're
before.
not supposed to be adding things to your list, and we know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'm not nice to her.
I mentioned in one of the previous segments, I thought this was going to save me money. Not even lying. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I'll bring other people on and they can buy stuff. It's not how.
How are you deluding yourself? See, this is another story that I already knew how it was going to go.
Nobody believed that. Nobody believed that. Not one person wanted to believe that.
Nobody believes that you are going to see decks that other people like, talk about those decks, and not want some of them.
And walk away.
The only surprise.
Oh, is that a badger?
Oh yeah, that was the Bohemian Animal Tarot.
The only surprise.
Can I make a confession?
What's that?
Uh-oh.
I watched that and I immediately ordered it.
It wasn't just me. I ordered it too. I guess I'm spilling the beans. I totally ordered that one. Like the next day.
It is a badger. And look at that temperance card. And I clicked on you guys. Look, ordered it and then came back.
And for you and for anybody else who watched that episode with Wesley has already uploaded a 2-part deep dive into that deck. It's like 2 hours.
Oh, wow, nice.
I've got it in my watch list. I cannot wait to go through it with my deck. And because I love watching walkthroughs as well as making them. So yeah.
Wesley's automatically become an enabler. So hi, Wesley. Thank
you. Thanks a lot.
I knew you were going to get that deck. I thought she's going to get it, but I probably ordered it quicker.
I mean, I ordered it right after filming.
Is this going to be one of those ones? Okay. I may not be able to be nice to you for much longer, Candy, but we'll see how this goes.
You haven't crossed your arms, so we possibly. Oh, okay.
She does the look really well.
You do the look. You only get to pick one today.
Oh, okay, but the one I've already ordered doesn't count, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No. Oh, well, you've already bought a deck? Okay, well, thanks for coming. We will see you another day.
That's just mean. We've got a whole list to go through.
Okay, no. I can already hear the energy going. It's like this is a story that I know very, very well. By the time it's over, there's going to be like 6 decks on each of your lists.
No, we'll be good. Mm-hmm. We'll be good. We're only starting with 3 or 4, I think.
4.
Okay, so why don't you tell us about the
narrow
first?
It down to 1?
No, hold on. Tell us about the first deck on your list, and I will bring it up on the screen.
Which one are we going with first?
Any of the 4 that are on your list are fine. I've got them all here.
Let's go with the UK one, which is the Middle Earth Medicine Oracle.
Because
it's the only one from the UK. And because of that, it's the cheapest on the list.
Oh, for shipping. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, because I think it's only a couple of pounds shipping. Now, I found this deck because I was Googling last year books about soul retrieval. I know. I was looking for books about soul retrieval because it's just where I am in life and the healing journey I'm on. I mean, I'm 52, but I feel like I'm starting all over again and stepping into my power. And I found this book, which I ordered on Amazon. Now, I followed her website after reading it. She's very poetic. She's a dancer. Went to her website and went, what? There's an oracle deck as well, linked to her work. So you can get this book on Amazon, but then you have to go to her website for the oracle deck, and it comes with a separate oracle book. So don't jump onto Amazon if you're interested in buying this one, because it's a completely different book. Is
this like round?
It's a round deck. It's a round deck.
It's a round.
I mean,
a circle deck.
You don't like
it's all about.
You lie.
It takes you on a journey through life stages. So there are 3 outer realms I've even made notes for you guys. Look at this.
Oh, I love
this.
There are
3 suits or outer realms. There's the gathering, which is about gathering information, deeper knowing, and then the offering, and it's about your life stages through life. And then for each of the 3 realms, you've got the 3 realms there. For each of the 3 realms, there is an overseer card. And then there are another 15 cards for each realm. So it's about archetypes, life stages, life development. It's about like movement towards being whole.
You can't
so
have
it's a really good deck for healing.
You can't have it.
And I'm already
not about you
to it because I've read the book.
Wait. Let me put you on bigger so we can see the book. What does the book look like?
Okay, so this isn't linked to the oracle. This is more general about her work. It's called Middle Earth Wisdom.
This looks so good.
And the creator is Caroline Carey. She's like a poet. She does poetry. She's a dancer. Sorry, Peggy. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm liking you a little bit less right now. Just saying.
But I think the circular nature of it, I think that kind of links to the idea of movement towards healing. It all kind of fits in, but it's completely different system. There's a lot to it, and you work with it with a wheel called, where is it?
And you've already got
Wheel of Soul's Return. That's how it's all laid out when you do readings with it.
Oh, I see the outer realms, the overseers. Oh, these are the overseers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so cool though.
She's just lost in the yard already.
I'm like literally, okay, sorry. I'm going to let Peggy ask you questions because I'm not going to help.
Because you're going to be grounded in your room in a minute.
This is really cool though.
Okay, and you've already got the book to this deck.
No, I've got a book, but there is a separate book with that goes with the deck.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. So,
but you already like this person's work? Like
I do. It's the writing's very poetic. You have to read it more than once. It's not very concise, but she's very ethereal. She's a dancer. I think she writes like she moves.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, as the very first deck to pick, I can already see where this is going, and for right this second, until we see what your other decks are, we probably need to skip any judgment.
Come back to it?
Yeah, we probably need to skip any judgment or questions and come back to it once we see how it compares to the other decks on your list.
Except, do you have anything like it already in your collection?
This is the biggie. Before I went on my depth year, because I'm on a depth year buying decks like just because, I bought this, the Magician's Net.
The Korea?
Yeah, the gorilla, that one. And I can't say sorry. And I liked it because it was a whole world. It was a new system. But again, it's got like life stages. It's got archetypes. I think this one is more linked to magic, whereas the other deck is more linked to healing. But I can see me using the other deck for magic as well. So it's similar. And because
do you have the Weaver's Oracle?
I do.
That's another one I think there might be some overlap.
Okay. So you're already scratching the itch, but
would getting the Middle Earth Oracle detract from your work with that deck?
Possibly, because I've read about 3 pages of this, and I've only just started working with it. I don't want to tell you anything. I don't want to admit to anything.
Yeah. Okay. You sound like her.
Yeah.
You sound like her. It's like, no, I can justify every deck on my list. It's fine.
But it sounds
yeah.
It does kind of sound like that Middle Earth one would be a real deep dive, and you kind of got a deep dive deck right now.
That's the only thing I'm thinking of with that. But it is lovely, and I am already attached.
That's true. Okay, well let's just pause it for a moment.
It's a beautiful deck. It might end up on the not now list,
but we'll see. Maybe if it's the one you're most excited about all of them. Okay, so
we have to because we have to be able to start comparing before I can really start ripping down all your arguments for it. Just saying.
Okay, we'll go for something totally different then. The Primrose and Prose Oracle, which is by Sam Sawyer on Etsy. And
which one? Gosh. There's like different editions.
It's the one that's mostly pink.
That would be this. Oh, of course, it's not going to open it in the same.
I think there's one that's got slightly more colour in.
Okay,
and
so that's
one's got slightly more pink. I mean, either one of those is. It's not the tarot; it's the oracle.
must be
And-
this. Yeah.
To be honest, it's just on there because it's so darn pretty.
Okay,
Just
so
look at it, and it's all holographic.
Yeah, I've looked at this one before too, and I think it's the shiny that got me.
Yes,
But you know where I fall off on this
Animal.
one? It's very, when you lay it out, when you see all these cards together like this, it does start to look
pardon me.
a little samey.
Every time he gets up on my face, I get dander in my face,
And then
I
you
start
start yawning. You also yawn when I talk to you about decks, so like there's that. I think you've got a
That's
tarot
just
allergy.
you. Dude, I pretend I'm having a heart attack when you talk about decks.
Well, okay. Wow.
Oh, we can't talk about them. You can't have a deck today.
This is what happens when you get maybe on only one cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit samey. I suppose that I think that you've brought the one up with a bit more colour in. I don't know, but it is just so lovely. My inner child sees that and just squeals.
Oh, okay.
And I can just see the way I use Oracle. I tend to use Oracle and Tarot together all the time. So I would only really be pulling, I normally only pull one Oracle card. So it doesn't really matter that it's samey when you lay them all out together if you're only pulling one card.
That's true.
But
So
you're on a depth year, so how much?
This deck is planned for either my Christmas present or my first deck in next year. So
yeah.
Okay. So it does. So you might be ready. You might be ready for something a little bit pretty and fluffy by then.
Yeah, always ready for something pretty and fluffy.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I hear you.
Any day of the week, any second of the day. But it's really pretty and I love it and I've got nothing like it.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Okay, so
no animal decks right now in your oracles?
I've got a few animal decks. But when I say I've got nothing like it, I just mean I haven't got anything pink and holographic.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. I get it. Let's see.
I've got lots of animal decks.
Okay, so it fits what you do. Now, do you collect decks? Like, if you end up with a deck if you end up with a deck mostly for the art because it's really pink and pretty, are you enough of a collector not to regret that if you don't really find yourself having a reason to use it a lot?
And I am both. I'm a collector and somebody that wants to use it. I'm both. I've definitely got a collecting gene. But if it is pink and pretty, there's no way it's going to sit on the shelf. It will get used.
Oh, what's your pinkest deck right now? What's your pinkest, fluffiest deck right now?
Fluffiest deck. Well, there was this.
Okay, and that's very different.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is kind of standing alone a little bit in your collection.
Okay.
Although I do think it would pair beautifully with that one.
Yeah.
My inner child would delight at the two of them together.
Okay, and you have it looks like, now do you have a lot of animal-based decks? Is that something that resonates with you when you're buying decks?
I do like animal decks. The Gentle Tarot nearly made it on here, to be honest. So it's a good one. But, I mean, I've got the Wild Unknown. I've got the Bohemian coming my way soon.
It fits with stuff that you already like.
So I do like animal decks, but I like all decks.
It's really pretty and shiny.
It is really pretty, and I haven't got a lot to pair with it.
So you want to buy something else? That might be a money issue then, if you feel obligated to buy another deck to pair with it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I think I would, because I've already thought.
So you eliminated one next.
Can you even think of something you could buy to pair with it, just out of curiosity? Because it is very specific. No, I'm not doing what you think I'm doing.
You're shopping for yourself. I know.
Oh, it would look really good next to that deck.
Yeah.
And the
nice
pink and green would play off of each other.
See, I was start thinking, why have I got this in front of me? It's because I knew you were going to ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
you're predictable. That's you're you're also shopping. So stop it.
I mean, I didn't just favorite it. We're fine. We're
I'm
doing good. So I guess that's still on the list too.
They're all on the list. I thought, how on earth are they going to take any of these?
Don't worry.
Oh no, we'll get there.
Okay, let's go to the next one. We'll see if we can make some progress.
Okay, you probably won't make any progress because I'm going to go with the Reclaim.
Oh, well, crap. I'm no help there.
I know.
Okay, so
that one.
Okay, but wait.
Yeah.
This is what I want to use with this.
You know my history, And it just for somebody that's gone through any sort of abusive background, I just think the keywords and the art, just this deck just sings to anybody that's gone on a healing journey from that. I mean, look at those images.
Okay, here's the thing, Candy.
Okay, but you just said that you're planning on buying this deck later on to have some, because you'll be done with your deck.
Not going anywhere if that's where you're headed.
Reclaim's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are coming out of your depth year, this deck isn't going to get you out of that.
Oh, I disagree. Because depth year is really more about like honing into like enjoying what you have.
Okay.
It's not about not coming out of depth. Okay, so here's what I would ask you though. I think this one is competing with Middle Earth, personally.
Do you?
Because both are going to take you into
Healing.
depth, into healing and into depth.
Yeah.
And I think of the two, like my personal opinion, I think you would get more out of this one because it can be used in so many different ways. Whereas I feel like Middle Earth competes as well with other things in your collection where you might work with just a card or two or work within its specific structure. Whereas Reclaim doesn't have a structure per se. It's all thematic, but it's not going to lock you into some kind of method. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Reclaim also stands alone.
Reclaim does well on its own. You can work spreads with it by itself. You can also use it in conjunction with other decks.
Journaling.
You can use it for journaling. It's so multi-purpose.
But you're in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be an expensive deck.
For me, it would be it's about $60 with shipping.
Okay. How does that compare with Middle Earth, especially when you factor in the book and?
Well, it's $60 for the Primrose Oracle. It's $60 for the Reclaim, and for Middle Earth, I'd put it into dollars for you. So it's about $46 for Middle Earth.
Even with its companion book?
Oh no, that might. Oh no, that it is. It comes with the companion book.
Oh,
okay.
So it's cheaper.
So
I just feel like this is the kind of thing that you could pull into your collection and just start using. There's such it doesn't require you to study or learn.
There's no learning curves. There's no what do I feel
like you should pick one of those two to stay on your list.
Right.
First, but that's my vibe.
Okay, but you've got so you're making this hard.
Yeah.
Let's get the fourth deck out of the way because I mean sometimes you can just eliminate as you go, but you're not making it that easy for you.
Sorry. Right.
You are not sorry.
I'm not sorry at all.
I grin.
Okay.
Right. The Stolen Child Tarot. I love it. I really love it. It is the most expensive on the list. I don't know why I got it into my head that it was the cheapest, but it isn't. It comes in at about $84 with shipping.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I love it. There's something about the artwork. It just takes me. I understand the artwork. It keys into something fundamental in me. That idea of just make believe and different worlds. When I was a kid, I was always the type to like collect little things and make worlds out of them. So when I see this and the kids like escaping off into this fantasy realm and becoming animals, it just really, I get the imagery. I think I could read with it really well.
Okay.
I think that would have been my first question is I ended up having a hard time reading with this deck because it's very much its own way. And if that particularly resonates with you, that's good to know. It is the only tarot on your list.
Yeah, it's the only tarot on your list. So I'm kind of thinking that even though it's on your list, that you're probably looking more for Oracle right now. Does your are you more Oracle or more tarot?
Everything. I literally put anything in front of me and I want it. It's terrible. I wish I could be more discerning. It would really help, but I love it all.
Do you have anything like this in your collection now?
Well,
I thought about that now because it keys into my inner child. I think for thematic, I've got this one, inner child card. So that also takes me to a similar place. For style-wise, I think that kind of takes me into a different world. But also, I thought the Mary L, which I wouldn't think, but for me, it kind of sits in the same area.
I totally know what you mean. That kind of otherworld kind of feeling. Interesting that you have 3 different decks that you thought of that were similar energetics for you.
And I haven't worked with this one yet.
Candy.
Okay. So I think
we should eliminate this one.
okay. I think that
this is so painful. What am I doing?
Okay.
You're torturing yourself for our benefit.
Okay, so you have to be really, you have to be like you have to leave everything else aside and ask yourself, are you because you are a collector. So are you collecting this deck or using this deck? And I know you said you want to be able to use all the decks that you collect, but you've already shown us 2 that you have and haven't really worked with yet.
Yeah, only because of time constraints, though.
Well,
okay.
So here's a question too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If
I got this.
I'll let you go, and then I have a thought.
Okay. No. Okay. Time constraints are now. Okay. So time, you don't necessarily have the time to. It's. I will say right now that look on your face, you don't have the time to use that deck to its best potential, at least not right now.
Which would also by proxy eliminate Middle Earth.
Which eliminates Middle Earth because those both come with that. Middle Earth comes with a big book. You're going to want to read it. You're going to want to have it. You're going to want to dive into it, and you don't have time to go past the shallow end of the pool.
And don't forget, these don't have to come off your list permanently. The idea is to pick one that you can get the best benefit from the soonest.
Yeah. What's the best bet? What's the best deck to put on your I need this now look?
Yeah.
Now Middle Earth is
now being relative.
Middle Earth is the least expensive unless you're buying the book.
No, because it comes with the book.
No, I think that's the price with the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the least expensive, but it sounds like it's also
the most work.
It's that one and this one are the 2 that you have the least amount of time for, because they're both going to require.
Yeah, I was going to say the same
work.
thing. I feel like Reclaim and the what's the other one called?
Primrose and Prose.
Yeah, those 2. I feel like both of those are pull out of the box, start working with right away.
So I think in terms of, and now you've already written down all the numbers. I'm assuming that any one of these decks stays fairly comfortably within your budget.
Yeah.
Without causing any pain. So, I saw that look. But you said you're not planning on buying till the end of the year.
Well, I don't mind buying now and putting it away till the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's on a pre-order.
If you don't plan on using it, if you don't plan on using it till the end of the year, then at those price points, you should realistically have time to save up for them if that's something that you need to do. If you need to save.
To be honest, being in lockdown has really helped, because normally I'm going backwards and forwards to Wales and putting like £200 a month in the car.
Yeah.
Gone nowhere. So I've suddenly got. So that's helped.
Okay. So
I have a comment.
So this is a good time to redirect a little bit of money to other things too. So
if it were me, I think given what you've shared so far, if it were me, I would pick one of the 2 that are you can just pull out of the box and get to work with right away.
How busy are you?
Wait, sorry, mid thought. If you get this is
as long as it doesn't go on your list, you can have these.
Hold on. So
she wants to buy it. No,
I don't know. Hold on. That's not what I'm going to say.
I'm just nipping it in the bud.
Are you finished?
No, not even by. I haven't even started on candy yet. Like, I mean, this is fine.
I would be tempted to pick one of the more deeper decks, and maybe make that a bit of a incentive or reward for putting the time into one of your current deeper decks. So once you've spent some time and really gotten to know one of the current kind of project decks I'm
going to use that comment against you later.
I know. I know.
Put the freeze up. It's
yeah, my own advice is going to be used against me. But yeah, but it's true. You could use it. Somebody mentioned, it was Melissa mentioned in a previous one, she's got writing goals. And so she is planning her deck as a reward for her writing goals. But you could kind of do the same thing with deep dive decks. You could work with one of your current deep dive decks, and once you've really spent some time with it, you could reward yourself with another deep dive deck after that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd be likely to want to incentivize myself that way rather than bring them all in at the same time and be overwhelmed.
Well, yeah, but I think I would go back to, you're on a depth year trying to avoid excessive buying of decks and things like that currently. So now you're like, when it's all over, I'm going to go sweet.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying not to do.
Okay, so that's one to look forward to.
Yeah, it's been quite good actually, because it's turned out not to be a complete no buy. It's been a really mindful buy, which has been
okay. You get in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing with so I agree with you. The 2 decks, Primrose and Pros, or the Reclaim.
Yeah.
So,
I think you should bring it. Yeah, I think you should bring it down because
for the two.
Yeah. The first and the last. If things change and you have the time to deep dive into the deck itself, but they're both going to require a lot of your time and attention that you don't seem to have right now.
I do feel like there was a but coming though. What were you about to say?
Well, I love the Reclaim, but I've got the Iris Oracle.
Okay.
Which I don't know whether
I don't know that one very well.
Oh, well, I got this second hand. It's not actually available in the UK anymore. But it came up on Etsy, not Etsy, eBay, and I jumped at the chance and got it. But I use it for similar things.
Does it have like emotions and like kind of that kind of stuff on it?
Does it have what? Sorry,
like emotion kind of stuff. Like, is it a similar like healing kind of?
Yeah, it is very healing. The whole deck is, and that's what I use it for. I mean, it really speaks to me, this one.
Ooh,
okay, so,
I see it now. Smother. Yeah,
so
you do have some. I didn't even ask you for Reclaim if you had something similar, and you do. That is very similar energetically, I feel like.
You know what? I think for good or for bad, I would say that. Now, how much time do you spend working with that deck as it is?
This is being used every day at the minute.
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Then that does kind of knock off.
And don't forget, once a deck comes out,
just for now though, it doesn't have to be forever.
But yeah, like I mean, taking a deck off your list doesn't mean it's out of your life or out of your whatever. But it's like, what's the most reasonable and realistic deck for you to buy for yourself right now?
And that Primrose and Prose, that's the one you had the least like it in your collection.
Yeah.
You don't have anything that's going to really compete for your time with it. So when it comes in,
you've got other decks it'll pair with, so you can pull it out of the box and start using it right away.
Yeah.
And it would work really well with some of the decks you want to make time for, like the fairy one, the Hidden Realms. It would probably play really well with that one.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it?
And then you could have an excuse to dive into that one with it.
I don't think, I think I'm bad with the names. What was the first one again?
Primrose and Prose.
Or no, the first one was no, that was
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth Medicine Oracle.
Yeah.
See, I think that's
round one.
I think that is something that you should. And it's available in the UK. It's not going anywhere. It's not an indie deck, right?
It is an indie deck.
It is an indie deck.
Yeah, but it looks like it's one that's got some longevity to it, perhaps.
I think so.
Yeah. See, I think that you sound. Once you said you drive to and from Wales, 200 pounds a month on gas. Once lockdowns are ending, you're going to be too busy for that deck.
Well,
at least initially.
And also, it's a cheaper deck, which means that once you're back to commuting again and putting that money, it's more affordable for you later on as well.
Yeah,
it's one of the
I think that's
ones.
I think that's your. I think that's. So,
I think it sounds to me like you're down to Primrose and Prose.
It does. Yes. The shiny pink holographic one.
How does it make you...
okay. I saw that. I saw that look. You're like happy that that's the deck. I think
to be honest, I think as we were talking, I was thinking Reclaim or the Primrose and Prose. I can see me ordering both of those.
Yeah, it could be.
I could see all four of those decks
eventually
in various ways making it into your collection, but it sounds like the Primrose is the most reasonable deck to have as your next purchase.
And also, Peggy's not the boss of you. You could buy two.
I am the boss of you, so be careful.
Yes. See, I haven't got a Peggy. I might just buy all four.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, I promise.
No, you don't want to do that.
Oh no!
Glad you come off.
Okay, I think
I'll glare at you again. I will.
It's so scary. You've got that look.
Get the glasses off. Glasses come on. Okay. Yeah, the first and the last ones, they're all really nice decks, and I can see why they all suit you.
Yeah.
So, but I'm thinking that lockdowns are going to
fear.
Huh?
You got her all I
got you all
nervous.
Pick one for now. See if your budget is affected once lockdowns are over, and then decide after that.
Good advice.
Primrose and Prose.
Because if you regret it, you could end up regretting it. Because if you go boom, 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 and get all 4 over the next month or so, you could really regret that if your budget changes and you go, oh, I should have.
I would, and I'd be so overwhelmed as well. I'd probably end
Yeah.
up not opening any of them.
Well, you've got that, because you've got similar decks that you haven't really. You've got on the first one, you've got a similar deck that you've only gotten 2 pages into the book. I'm not going to judge that. You do collect, so it's not. If you only had 2 decks, I'd be saying that's a problem, and you need to. But you already are a collector. You already have lots of decks. It's not a big problem for somebody who you already know that you're going to go through these.
Yeah.
So get the pink fluffy deck.
Yep.
Get caught up on your other decks.
You look excited that you picked Primrose and Prose, honestly.
I am excited at the thought of any deck coming in, but look at this deck.
It's really
this
good.
is the Iris. You need to read it because it's really good. I can't possibly go away without Lisa saying she's going to put something on her wish list.
Oh,
I feel like I would have failed.
I think Primrose and Prose is sitting on my
and
wish
it's shiny.
list.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't have a holographic pink deck. I'm just saying. So,
it's just so darn pretty. And I looked at it and thought, what am I going to say about it? I can't just go on and say, but it's pretty. And I thought, I can't.
You know what? You collect. You do collect, so you can buy a deck because it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's officially on my wish list.
Yeah.
You're going to show me that later, and we're going to talk.
No. Do that. So Primrose and Prose is decided. Yes.
Is it decided? Yeah. It's, okay. We bullied you into it. Now do you regret that?
No, we get to be excited though.
We get to be excited.
Yes.
That's really good. Now I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
Good.
And I think you'll be even more, if those other decks work their way into your collection, I think you'll be even more pleased that you took the time to think about it first.
I agree.
Yeah.
Even Reclaim, I could see that being a really tempting impulse buy, but with as much as you love the Iris one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
might not need it. You might not need it.
Yeah. And I would be sad, I think, if I stopped using this because I'm really connected to it.
And you're
I think I would be torn every time between the two.
That's what I try to avoid. Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe this time next year, that's the deck to get when you're ready to explore a different flavor of that work.
True.
Yeah.
True. I have a very important question for you. Are you going to do a walkthrough Primrose and Prose when it comes in?
Oh, I will. I will.
Oh, good. Because
Yes,
then
I will.
have an excuse to buy it.
Hi.
You love me. I'm adorable.
You're adorable. Set it up with unicorns all around it as a Lisa trap. Do the walkthrough in the middle.
Oh my God! If you do that,
I would do a Lisa trap.
A Lisa trap. I'm very susceptible to those things.
She is. She's
It's
bad
true.
for that.
It's true.
No, I think you'll use the pink one.
Me too.
And I don't think I think you'll use it. And I think when you get to a point where you're not using it and mostly are just holding on to it to have it, I don't think you're going to regret.
Yeah.
I think you may regret the first and the last, and I'm bad with names, so I'm not even going to remember what.
That's okay.
But those 2 decks both required a little learning and a little study, and I think you're going to regret if you don't get to it.
I've got enough on the go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this was
That's
fun, and you picked a deck, and I'm excited, and we get to watch a walkthrough.
And
So
I got to glare at you,
someday.
and it worked. Doesn't work on her anymore.
Yeah, I think you're officially, besides me, the one she's been the meanest to.
Am I?
Yeah. Congratulations, you won the Peggy with me prize.
I know. I was mean to you. I'm sorry, but I saved you a bucket of money.
You did, and I actually thought that was probably going to be the last one I would go for. Last night I was sat thinking, I thought that would probably be the bottom one, but I've completely changed my mind, and I totally agree with you, and I'm really excited now.
That's so fun. That happens to me all the time when I do this with her.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because I saw how you're reacting to all those decks, all 4 of those decks. I can see them eventually coming into your collection, but the Primrose is the one that makes the most sense to bring in now.
Yeah, I agree.
As the now or the next deck that you're going to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Stolen Child Tarot has got an octopus on the star card.
Oh.
That just says everything to me. It's got the best Page of Swords card I've ever seen. And it's got axolotls in it as well. So
I think there's a very good chance that the very next one you'll grab will be that one.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And I think the other two may actually fall off your list eventually, but I could see Stolen Child coming home with you for sure.
Actually, it would go really nicely with the pink.
Yeah.
Orica, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I could see
one at a time.
I could see them.
This was so much fun,
This
Candy.
was.
Oh my gosh. And I'm so excited you picked a deck. And I mean, I think I'm even more excited that you picked a deck that you weren't maybe leaning towards initially, but found out that was, I love it when that happens.
You just like influencing people.
Yeah. I kind of do. And I have that deck on my wish list now because there was a very strong case made for it, and it's pink.
I think it would suit you so well.
Right? I think so too.
I think it suits both of you really well. I think it does.
I think I'm going to end up having a say yes to the deck at the end of all of this, of the things that have landed on my wish list.
Yep.
During this whole process.
So, save your money now because I ain't paying for it.
So we're gonna have a link to your YouTube channel down below. But is there any other social media stuff you want to shout out for people so that they know how to follow you and stay in touch with you?
I'm on Instagram for Candy Soul and Soil as well. So yeah, it's easy to find me.
It'll be linked below.
Everything.
It'll all be linked below.
Yeah, so check it out.
Thank you so much, ladies. I've absolutely loved it.
This was fun.
This was
a
fun.
lot of fun. Thank you so much thank you so much for being a willing victim and letting me glare at you. And
yes, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I've loved it.
And keep us posted, and I'll watch for your walkthrough when you eventually do open your deck
with the Lisa trap.
The Lisa trap. If it's not already sprung by then.
Yeah, it's already sprung.
All right.
I could see either of you with that deck.
Yeah.
That's
She's already greenlit it. She's already greenlit it.
Yeah.
It's just happened. It's too late now. All right. Okay. We better wrap this up, but we will see you guys all again very soon. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We have another volunteer.
Okay,
oh my God. This is Rebekah Getchell, and you have a YouTube channel. Also, your name, Rebekah Getchell.
I do indeed. I just passed 400 subscribers, which is super exciting and super weird.
Nice. What kind of content do you make on your channel? Tell us about it. I know, but everybody else needs to know.
Most of what I make is witchy journaling video because I want there to be more witchy journaling videos for me to watch. So I'm like, maybe if I make some, other people will also make some. So most of my videos are journaling. I'm trying to do more other just general witchy videos because frankly, I just want to make videos that are fun for me. So
exactly.
That's how I like to do it. Yep.
Pretty much it.
It's the best way to do YouTube.
Nice.
So we're gonna have you try to buy just one deck. Is that the goal today?
Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah, just one. I get to stick Peggy on you.
I live with my own version of a slightly different Peggy, so I'm kind of used to it.
That works.
Oh.
But I don't think Peggy's fully prepared for what she's in for. I'm like the most indecisive person ever.
That's
okay. So she's had good practice.
Yeah, it's her. Getting her to narrow down a list of 100 down to one, like because everything's
with 100.
Everything's on your list.
Well, that's kind of true.
Oh yeah. Oh, Peggy, when I told my husband I was going to be doing this, I was like, I got to pick a short list, and he looked at me, he's like, you don't have a short list of decks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to pick from my list.
I'm not even going to guess. Bringing it down to 5 was painful, wasn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A couple that were easy, but so there's a whole story. It's a little one though, but Lisa heard this, but we saved it special just for you, Peggy.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
I realized that I forgot because Lisa was like, oh my God, you picked 5 decks. And I'm like, yeah, you said 3 to 5. So I picked 5. And she's like, I was like, wait, what was my 5th one? And she told me, and I was like, I thought to myself, and I was like, well, if I can't remember it, I probably don't care about it that much right now. So I took it off. And then I went hunting for a new 5th deck because I had to come on with 5 decks.
Okay.
I think you're the first one to have 5.
Know.
So we got to be quick to eliminate one. For sure. We're going to just knock one off right off the top. We're just going to be brutal with that.
My God, you are such an enabler. It's not going to be you knocking anything out.
We'll see.
There's a few decks in here I'm pretty sure Lisa really loves. So yeah, good luck, Lisa.
So we won't start with those.
Okay. What deck would you like to start with?
Yeah, you get to pick.
Well, okay. So there's 2 that are similar.
Okay, let's pick one of those 2 then.
well, okay, let's go with the Wildwood Tarot.
Okay.
Okay.
Which I know Lisa rehomed previously.
Good remembering.
Yeah.
Well, it helps when you obsessively watch videos because you're bored.
I love that.
So I don't know what it is about this deck. I know I'm going to have it eventually. I don't know if I'm going to get it now. I almost got it a few months ago, and then I didn't have the money, and then it went out of stock, and now it's back on Amazon.
Okay.
This deck, I keep for like over a year. I would see the box and go, oh my God, what is this? And then I would look at it, and then there would be something where I'd be like, nope, and I wouldn't do it. And then I realized a few months ago that what that is it's triggery, because I'm still working through my own personal stuff around the negative stereotypes of tarot bullcrap. And this one's also super pagan-y imagery, in my opinion, which is another trigger.
Yeah.
Like, so I realized that's what it was, and I thought about it, and I warmed up to the idea of getting it, and I thought to myself, like, there's something about this deck, because I keep seeing it and keep going, oh my God, what is this? And I feel like there's another deck that I feel the same way, or a few. It's going to be a problem, guys. Good luck. I feel like this deck would teach me a lot, and it.
Okay. That just answered one of my questions.
What? Which was?
Oh, well, some people want to just open the box and go, and some people want to have a learning process from each deck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't necessarily like. I open the box, the decks, and I just go no matter what. But I think it would also help my growth, and I think it would be something I would come to learn. I feel like it would make sense for me. I don't know why. I have nothing to back it up, but it's my working theory.
So I think I know what other deck on your list is like this, and my guess is that, and I'll let you tell us about that, but you are aware, I'm assuming, that the Wildwood Tarot's Major Arcana has changed things up a bit.
Yep.
Okay. It sounds like you're going into wanting this well aware that there's going to be quite a bit of learning and study associated with getting comfortable working with this deck on an ongoing basis, or at least relying heavily on the guidebook.
Oh, absolutely. Like I'm a very self-aware. It doesn't make decisions any easier though. So
okay. Well, this is the very first deck, and it's hard to decide without something to compare with. So
let's grab the one that you think this is similar to.
Let's grab its other similar deck and see if we can knock one out right away.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Lisa knows which one it is.
The Witch's Wisdom?
That'd be the one. So, shockingly, I saw this deck first on Lisa's channel, because
shocked.
Where else would I see it? And I love it. It's beautiful. I love the fact that it's backwards. I do have the Cosmovisions, so I have a similarly like changed Major Arcana, but in a very different way. Like the order of that, it starts at the Death card and goes through. Like the Death card is 0, so I'm used to that kind of a shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm ready for this one yet.
I think the thing about the Witch's Wisdom is that general idea of, in the Witch's Wisdom Major Arcana, the majors are all there, but because you're starting with the world and you're working your way backward, you're slowly unpacking all of life's BS along the way, which is incredibly relatable. I just feel like the messages and the way the guidebook's written and the way the Major Arcana. Anyway, I'm gonna stop.
All right, Peggy. Sick them.
Okay, so these two decks are similar.
Yes.
They neither one of them, like, you have the 3 of air, 3 of earth here. The other one, the Wildwood, I noticed, had the same thing going, where it didn't have the stereotypical suits.
And they've both reworked the majors a little bit.
And they both reworked the majors a little bit. They're very, very similar.
Yes.
They're both going to come with a learning curve, which sounds like that's what you're looking for right now, question mark?
I feel like all of them will, except all of the ones on my list would come with, or most of them would come with a decent learning curve. And I am a voracious learner. Like I get bored and like bring it on. I don't do easy things because I get bored.
Okay.
So
what's your collection like? Do you collect do you have some collecting, some using? Do you use all of your decks no matter what? Like, what happens if you buy a deck and you can't use it?
I'm very much like Lisa in that I like all the things that make me happy and that I want to use. I don't have a bunch of retired decks. I've got maybe 30 total between tarot and oracle.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm still learning and developing my personal practice. The guidebook, using the guidebook's not a problem. I always journal first, and then I look in the guidebook to add extra layers, see if there's anything else, or to tell it it's wrong and I'm right, and keep
okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
The guidebook is written so beautifully.
So let's go straight to pricing. Is there a significant price difference between the two decks, and does pricing matter to you?
Actually, the Witch's Wisdom's currently on sale at Hay House because Hay House always has sales. And they're very similar in price with the sale, and they're both under my price limit.
Okay. So you're not making this easier.
Okay.
I know.
Wait. Blunt question, because we can make this really super quick. If right now somebody said, Rebekah, you can only choose the Witch's Wisdom or the Wildwood, so knock one off your list immediately, which one do you want to hold on to the most of the two?
I'm surprised to say I think the Witch's Wisdom. I thought I wasn't quite ready, but I guess I'm more ready than I was last time I looked at it.
So one we've knocked off, and that we can knock off the Wildwood.
Yeah, because I was going to say also back to money. Money is a concern in your decision making. Then this could be the right now deck because it's on sale.
Yeah.
Or I could get two.
Or you could get one.
You did say in the beginning you wanted to narrow down to just one, so we're going to hold you to it.
And don't forget, it is your life and it is your money. You can
you as a grown up, you can decide for yourself.
Oh, no, I turned 30 this year. How weird is that? Age is strange.
No,
you got so far to go.
30 a few years ago.
A few.
Oh, I'm not complaining. It's just aging is weird. Life is and time is strange.
Interestingly, this feels very much like it could be specifically a Saturn return deck. I'm just going to plant that little seed.
Of course you are.
And then we're going to move on.
Yeah.
You're making this harder, actually.
I know. Let's pick the next deck and see if we can whittle it down a little further.
Guys, we already got rid of one that easily.
Yeah.
So.
Woohoo! Making progress.
The next ones are really hard.
What's the next one?
Okay, no, do the Light Seers, because that one's easier.
Okay. Because you really like it or you don't really like it?
Because I'm unsure. I go back and forth on this deck.
What turns you off about it?
I don't know. I have no clue. I love the art. Oh, well, okay. So I was watching your old Say Yes to the Decks to get pumped because I'm a nerd. And
I love it.
You said in a previous one that like sometimes when a deck is really popular, it kind of turns it off a little bit or it makes it worse. Well, I once went to a party and everyone was wearing straight leg jeans, including me, and I wanted to go home and change.
So overpopularity, and yeah, because that can be a turnoff because it's like, okay,
it's like overhyped.
It's overhyped. So then you go, well, you start to second guess it. It's like do I want it just because I'm seeing it and can't avoid it, or I want it because I really want it?
Yeah. And
this one's also on sale on Hay House, isn't it?
Is it on sale?
Yes, it's on sale at Hay House. This is the second one I could get on sale at Hay House.
Oh, okay.
And I could get for one of the indies I want really badly.
That's an interesting
Okay, but wait. What? Okay, so you get a deck, you don't like it. Like you get a deck, you don't connect with it, or you regret it. You go, oh, I really did just buy this because it was popular and blah. So what's your process for that? Like do you like? What's your process when you end up with a deck, you open it and you realize this was not the deck I actually thought it was going to be or the deck that I should have gotten?
I give it a good try for a while because I'm stubborn and I don't like to give up. Not that it's giving up, but you know what I mean. Eventually, I intend to rehome things, which I don't mind doing. This one's weird. I asked Zach, my husband, and he said I should get this one. He said this one looks the most like me and like reminds him the most, and he thinks I would work with it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, but I don't know.
This is one that you would be able to pull out and I think just throw down and read with very little. There would not be a learning curve.
It sounds like you're not looking forward to it, and it would be something you would be making yourself do, even from day one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If it's like because you're already putting off a bit of that energy. Is like, like, and I appreciate that, your husband knows you best, so he's going to have relevant suggestions. Yeah.
He does know me best, but I like to make my own life harder for me, so I tend to go with the not obvious.
Yeah, I think that deck needs to come off your list, because just already your energy kind of went. Your energy. Okay, you sound like you're looking forward to working with. Okay, assuming that it's the Witch's Wisdom so far, that one you already sound like you're looking forward to working with it.
Yeah.
And if you end up not liking it, you end up not liking it. It sounds like you're not looking forward to working with this and hoping that you'll like it anyway.
Yeah, almost like going on a date with somebody and you're like, yeah, I don't know if they're my type, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Whereas with Witch's Wisdom, it's like, I'm pretty sure I'll get something out of this. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's the difference.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned journaling and the work that you're doing right now.
Witch's Wisdom is such a good journaling deck.
Witch's Wisdom sounds like it's beating this deck for sure.
And I definitely don't want this one as much as I want the other two we have left.
Okay, then I think we should eliminate it right off the bat.
I think this one comes off right off the bat, because
that's fine.
If you have to,
and like no hesitation to take it off either.
Yeah, it can be the most beautiful deck in the world, but if you're already looking at it as work before you look at it as pleasure, you're not necessarily setting yourself up for success.
Okay, the Spacious Tarot.
Okay.
This is something.
This one, I looked at this randomly like a couple weeks ago. Not even, and I'd seen it, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, holy crap.
Yeah, this is really pretty. There aren't any people in it. How do you feel about that?
I love it. When I look at it, speaking mostly about the major arcana at this point, and I see it, I can feel myself there. Like like you said when you described it, it is incredibly immersive. Even through the screen, I can feel it, and it's absolutely stunning, and it's so beautiful, and I never would have thought I would like it. My concern, and this is why I'm up and down, and I don't feel like I can eliminate it initially, my concern is the minors. They can be especially the wands, which is kind of tricky. I'm a fire baby, so it's important. The wands are really important to me, and I'm not 100% sure, and I'm just kind of very barely dipping my toes into numerology. So it's kind of like this pull between, like, I react so strongly to most of the images I've seen. I feel like I would need to look at the numerology. And I've never really done Marseille deck. The only Pippish deck I really had was the Kim Kranz tarot, the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I rehomed that. I knew this one coming in would be in the top contenders. I'm just kind of parsing through.
But 20% of the deck is a problem.
The wands, and it's not all of them. Some of them seem good. I'm just like, I feel a bit nervous. Like, could I actually pull it off, kind of a thing?
So the wands is the suit that you want most to resonate with, but you're already unsure where this deck is concerned. Or did I get that right?
Almost. The wands and the cups are my two really strong suits. I'm just kind of nervous because it's definitely there's nothing like it in my collection. I know you're going to ask, and I pulled in one that I had a similar experience kind of with, in a very different kind of way. So this one's staying, so we can quickly talk about the last one, and then you guys can attack me with bigger questions.
Okay. What's your last deck? Let's put this one on pause for a minute. What's your last deck? I have some thoughts, but I want to find out what the last deck is first.
Oh, I love thoughts. My last deck is the Starseeker Tarot, which Lisa has. And Lisa loves, I'm thinking. Last I heard. Do you still love this deck, Lisa?
I do love this deck.
This one, I've had the same thing with, like, the same kind of experience as how I found kind of the Wildwood. I would see Instagram posts with pictures of cards from this deck, and I'd be like, what deck is this? This is stunning. I need to know. And I'd look it up, and I always loved it, and I was kind of like unsure. I don't really remember or know why, but I love it. and I need it at some point. I don't know if now is the point or if it's the other decks, because I don't like choosing and I don't have enough money to not choose. But
Right. Okay.
it's so pretty.
Do you
And
like the wands and the cups in this deck?
From what I've seen, yeah, I like it's beautiful.
Okay, so of the 3 decks, which is the most expensive?
The last 2, Spacious and Star Seeker, are like cents apart. They're or $4 difference between the Star Seeker and the Spacious Tarot.
And Witch's Wisdom is less?
That's the one that's on sale at Hay House.
That's the one that's on sale at Hay House.
Market.
This one's very pretty. I really like this one. So
it is.
Does this one feel like it's going to have a big learning curve for you? Is it going to be one that you're going to have to dive into just to learn how to use it?
No, I don't think so. No, I
would agree.
I think I know it in some kind of weird way that makes sense in my brain, so I go with it.
Okay.
How important is the guidebook to you?
I like having guidebooks. I always use them as kind of like, I'm in the habit currently of checking after I've like journaled, or occasionally I'll look at it to just get the juices flowing, and then I'll talk to myself for like an hour about each card. Like it's kind of like a very quick touchstone. I don't.
So you don't need a meaty guidebook. You like it when you have it, but it's not like a deciding factor for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
Oof. I'm not helping.
I know.
No, you're not helping. You're like, buy them all. It's fine.
I mean, if it were
okay. So the 3 decks, in order of how much of a dive you're going to have to do to get used to the deck, are Star Seeker is the easiest, followed by Witch's Wisdom, followed by Spacious Tarot is going to be the steepest. That's going to be the hardest. How much time do you have for learning a new deck? How much time do you have to dive into this?
I mean, I feel like I always have time.
Do you have anything in your collection like this deck?
No, but I found something I want to pair with it.
Oh, that would pair so well with Star Seeker.
Okay.
Now you'll use your Star Seeker, because now you have an idea.
I do.
I don't know where it got into my head. And for those who don't know,
astrology deck.
For those who don't know, I am obsessed with astrology. It is my Aries card. Wait, there it is. Look at it. So, and this deck, I cried. Not like I didn't bawl, but it was very emotional when I got this deck. So I feel like it's like picking between different sides of me. I feel like the Star Seeker is very mystical and intuitive and very Queen of Cups for me. And I feel like I could use it for myself, for others, because I am a newer pro reader. I'm learning and still gaining experience, right? And it's like that, very much like Queen of Cups side. And the Spacious Tarot is more like the Queen of Wands side. I feel like that would be more of a workhorse once I got to know it for readings and things like that. And I feel like it would be like, both would be great for me in different ways. And the Witch's Wisdom falls somewhere kind of in between the ways it would be good for me, and I'm not quite sure where.
It's kind of interesting because just the fact that you were like, well, there's the Star Seeker and then there's the Spacious, tells me we should probably consider tabling the Witch's Wisdom.
I think the Witch's
Wisdom, aiming for just picking between Spacious and...
I think the Witch's Wisdom needs to come off the list because, as you say, it's mass market. It's mass market.
You can get it later.
Hay House regularly has. You can get it later. So that's because, I mean, FOMO isn't the thing that you want to respond to, like fear of missing out.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, indie decks, if you've already decided I want these decks in my collection, then there is incentive to put them further up on your list.
Yeah.
Especially if you have, You already have plans. You already can see how it's going to benefit you as a reader and benefit you personally. And you already have its partner deck with ready to go. I think the Star Seeker is probably your right now deck. And between your Spacious Tarot and the Witch's Wisdom, they might be the later decks. And because you're pro reading, the money you get from readings using the Star Seeker can be put towards the next two decks.
Ooh, look at you making a strong case. Yeah, there's a specific reading I know you're working on right now for your professional side, potentially.
Okay. Yeah.
And it sounds like that with Heavenly Bodies would work really well in that particular offering.
Even think of that. Oh.
How did you not think of that when you were thinking of them?
Yeah, I was, you know what?
Working on an astrology bit. Is it okay to say that you're working on an astrology interwoven with tarot reading offering?
Okay, then because you know what I was originally going to say was it sounds like the Witch's Wisdom is the deck that you should go with, but then you started talking about the Star Seeker in terms of deep diving, learning, all the things that we'd already been talking about, and then you said doing readings, pairing it with an astrology based oracle deck, and then you just lit right up.
Yeah.
You lit right up.
Well, but it's astrology.
Yeah, exactly.
That deck and that deck combined with Star Seeker could potentially be a real powerhouse for you, specifically with that reading you're working on. And because it's going to inspire you to work with this astrology deck that made you cry, clearly it's going to get lots of use for you.
I thought, like, the past few days I've been looking at the Spacious Tarot more, I think partly because it's like a surprising thing. But then I had the thought, so because this is relevant, the deck I pulled out for, like, it kind of reminds me in my collection is my This Might Hurt, because this one, if you're in Lisa's group, you might remember I posted about this.
I love every single card in the deck with my whole heart.
Oh, me too. And I knew when I got this, it would vault me forward in a way.
Right.
And at first I wasn't ready for a few months. And then I thought just earlier today, as I was looking at the Spacious Tarot, I was like, but what if it kind of takes over for my This Might Hurt? Like I won't, like, this instantly skyrocketed to the top of my favorites of my still not big enough collection. I need more decks.
We'll work on it. Like, I mean, it's fine. We'll help you build it.
And there's no reason why you can't get the Spacious Tarot down the road, but it doesn't sound like the deck you should be looking at now as your next deck to bring into your collection.
I know, you're right. I'm just surprised, sort of, in a weird way. I don't know why.
It really seems like Star Seeker has so much purpose in your practice right now, where you are right now.
Well, I just saw the other decks are exciting for you, but you just really lit up as soon as you showed how you were going to pair it. Like, you already have a space in your home for that deck. Yeah,
I know, and it's purple.
Yeah. Exactly. So you've officially decided the Star Seeker Tarot.
Yeah. It's so pretty, and it's purple. You guys, look, it even matches the book of the Heavenly Bodies.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
That's the best one for you right now. The rest, I mean, I can definitely see you getting the Witch's Wisdom and the Spacious Tarot later, but I don't see you enjoying it now.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
So it's going to be the Star Seeker.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yay!
So are you excited, or some kind of flip through or show and tell on your channel when you get it in?
That's a good idea to do a walkthrough. I want more to do more tarot-y videos.
So we know you have a YouTube channel. What other social media do you want to share for people to be able to follow you?
Well, I do have an Instagram, which I'm not the best at, but you can still find me there. So it's my name, Rebekah M. Getchell. I'll make sure Lisa gets it. I have an Etsy shop, which is new. Lisa did a show and tell where she talked about one of my witches ladders that I made and sent for her.
Right.
Which is so much fun. This is one of my little spell bottle ladder combos I made for myself.
Yeah.
Your stuff is so pretty.
It's cute.
Thank you.
So that's all going to be linked below, so people can check out your shop.
Yep. And I'm going to be, at some point in the future, I'm going to be adding readings to the Etsy shop and eventually paintings once I finish doing my
favorite the shops to keep track of all the changes as they show up.
And subscribe to Rebekah on YouTube and follow her on Instagram.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thank you for coming and having fun with us today.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So,
Oh, hello.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, we're just so, like,
What was that?
it didn't see us
Ghosts in the machine.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We'll see you at the marathon.
She's ruined the autocorrect on my phone, Lisa. I type thing and it corrects it to thong now because of Peggy.
Yep.
It does. I was telling her about it.
My dog's dreaming in the background. If you can
Oh, I
hear
love
weird
that.
noises.
Is he like doing the little boofs?
He's going woof, woof.
Bruno does that. He's so cute when he does. Sheila just snores like a trucker and then starts kicking. It's like, and if she's laying beside you, you're getting it in the kidneys. It's bad.
But his head's underneath my chair, so the direction the noise is coming from sounds a bit odd.
Oh, so you're not
I haven't
farting.
heard it.
It's not me. It's not me.
Good to know.
Well, okay. If people think it is you, they're gonna go, well, at least it's a very ladylike fart. Okay?
I'm really scared of Peggy.